Hating is an art, but it's not a form of artistry that many people can obtain. It's not a feeling of dislike towards something or annoyance from people, or minor inconveniences such as stubbing your toe on the wall or the cashier at Chick-fil-A getting your order wrong for the 7th time in a row. No. Hate is deep. Hate can be catastrophic. It's personal. There's a reason why people say hate is a strong word, and it's because it can drive people to do things they would have never thought of doing. I'm talking reverse Flash levels of hate, young boy levels of hate, hate that is so strong it even gives the devil chills. I'm talking about generational hating, hatred so strong that it creates the ultimate crash out. You see, over the last month, we've seen a significant rise of hate and crash outs because of one rap beef. Now, I ain't no hater, y'all know me, I have no enemies, but today I thought, why not talk about the greatest crash outs that demonstrate the art of generational hating? Psst, honestly, between me and you, King, I just needed an excuse to talk about the Drake and Kendrick beef. Don't tell anyone though. Oh, and shout out to Derek FDB for the inspiration to create this video. ELMO versus The Rock. Not that one, this one. A literal rock named Rocco. Listen, I know what you're thinking. How is ELMO a crash out? He's one of the nicest figures on television. And you know what? In most instances, I'd have to agree with you. ELMO is indeed nice and is usually a fun character on his show. However, when this rock appears on the show, it's on site. Whenever ELMO is trying to do something fun or casual, this character always ruins the fun with her dumb rock, and ELMO is always pissed about it. This rock pissed him off so much, all he could do was stare down the camera. Look at him, you know he hates this rock with his entire soul. Brother was a few seconds away from a ruthless crash out and was going to commit the worst war crimes known to man. If you really want to see a crash out though, look no further than the Joker. I don't need to give this man an introduction. He's another one of those crazy crash outs that you hide your family away from. He blows up half of Gotham for funsies, shoots a dude for refusing to listen to his jokes, which honestly wasn't even a good one, torments Batman to pass time, and does whatever he wants to Pokemon. I don't think I need to elaborate on that one. Anyway, Joker's hate for Batman isn't even rooted in anything deep. All he wants to do is burn Gotham and watch people fall to chaos, and hates that Batman wants to stop him and keep the city in peace. That's it. What? This man's deep-rooted hate for Batman is because he wants to protect society. Joker will go out of his way to make sure Batman suffers for getting in his way and has done some crazy things. But the Joker's worst crash out was easily when he killed Robin with a crowbar. There's so many ways to torture someone, but with a crowbar? That's wild. You know how painful a crowbar is? On top of that, he left him with bombs in the room, so he had absolutely no chance of escaping. This dude is insane. All because he hates Batman. But to be fair, this is kind of Batman's fault. Batman keeps letting Joker live, and every time he extends his life, the city has to pay the price for that. His excuse is that he doesn't want to stoop down to the Joker's level by taking his life. My brother in Christ, you're allowing him to commit horrible war crimes to the city if you don't put him down. You know he hates you. He takes lives for the thrill of hatred and primarily at Batman's expense, and you're like, nah, let him live. What is wrong with you? Batman is so dumb for that. Anyway, let's move on to our next crash out, RYOMEN SUKUNA. Now, if you've been paying attention to the new generation of anime, you know this man has been ruining Yuji's life for ages ever since he ate that finger in episode 1. I knew brother was a demon as soon as he appeared. The first thing this man yelled was, "Where are the women and children?" You're scaring the hoes. Who says that off the jump? But ever since he was forced into Yuji's body, he's always shown nothing but hate for him. For no reason. Yuji's just a kid trying to beat monsters and save people, but Sukuna's like, nah, I can't let bro be happy. Why? He's just a high schooler. When one of Yuji's friends gets turned into a cursed spirit, he's like, yo, Sukuna, heal my friend, please, he's innocent. You know what Sukuna said? Nah, I'm good. Sukuna has the capability to help Yuji in his troubles, but would rather watch him suffer. Then, when season 2 comes around, Yuji is excited to finally fight with stronger sorcerers and save people in Shibuya. Sukuna had other plans though. To make it a long story short, Sukuna got really strong, boxed up a few monsters, and ended up opening his domain that ended up killing hundreds, if not thousands of people within an instant. As soon as he finished his rampage, he said, "Yeah, Yuji, soak it in. I did this all with your body." When I saw this, I knew Sukuna was vile. I was sick to my stomach. You're telling me all Yuji wants to do is be a hero and Sukuna just won't let him? Sukuna hates Yuji with every bone in his body and he didn't even do anything to Sukuna. If that's not hatred, I don't know what is. I thought Yuji and Sukuna would eventually be friends like Naruto and Kurama. No! Sukuna hates this dude. If you think what Sukuna is doing to Yuji now is bad, you have not read the manga. I'm not here to spoil though. But enough of that, it's time to talk about possibly the greatest crash out of all time. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Cue the dope edit. If you want to see a crash out, look no further than the rap beef between Drake and Kendrick. Now I know I'm late to the party talking about this beef, but the amount of crash outs we've seen spawn from one feud is insane. Nicki Minaj ends up dissing Meg Thee Stallion, which honestly I didn't really care about. Chris Brown and Quavo beef too, which was pretty surprising considering Chris Brown is not really a rapper, but I'm not gonna lie, this man buried Quavo when he said,
R.I.P. Takeoff, he the only real one that got true respect. Crazy how when he died, everybody really wished it was you instead. Oh, shit.
Wow, Chris, I was not familiar with your game. Now, I'll be honest, if I had to give my quick thoughts on who I thought won the beef, it basically went like this.
Hey, bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Anyway, before we dive into arguably the greatest rap beef in history, I gotta give a quick history lesson. Many people believe this beef started in April when Future and Metro's album dropped with Kendrick Lamar dropping his disses, or in 2023 when Drake dropped For All the Dogs with the song First Person Shooter. In reality though, this all began in the summer of 2010 when Drake released his sophomore studio album, Take Care. This would be the first time Kendrick and Drake would work on music together. The two seemed pretty cool with each other and would make more music a few years after that. Drake brings Kendrick on tour, Kendrick puts Drake on his album Good Kid Mad City, and the two seemed like an iconic duo. Until 2013. Big Sean and Kendrick would make a song together called Control, and Kendrick would call out every big rapper in the game at that time. I'm talking rappers like J. Cole, Mac Miller, Wale, etc., but most importantly, the Canadian rapper Drake. Drake didn't take this well. In fact, he was so upset that he addressed openly that he disliked Kendrick and proceeded to sneak diss Kendrick on his following album called Nothing Was the Same. Good album, by the way. However, this would be a big mistake because Drake would begin to awaken the hatred within Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Anyway, the two rappers would continue to drop subliminals back and forth throughout the previous decade. They would subliminally diss on freestyles, albums, etc. But what's interesting is that in 2014, Kendrick was asked if they were beefing, and to everyone's surprise, he actually said no. I know a liar when I see one. Anyway, fast forward to 2021 and nothing in particular comes out between the two, but DJ Academics asked a very interesting question when listening to Kendrick Lamar.
What top 5 you smoking on, Kendrick?
This would be the beginning of a generational crash out. In fact, what if I told you that Kendrick's hatred was so strong that it could transcend time itself? I know, it sounded crazy at first when I was researching for this video, but this dude Kendrick is actually crazy. For example, Kendrick tweeted out saying, "Someone tell Pusha T I feel the exact same way." Now you're probably thinking that Kendrick tweeted this during the Pusha T and Drake fiasco, but no, he tweeted this in 2012. 6 years before Drake and Pusha T had their beef. What? How? Time traveling hatred is insane. Now King, you're probably thinking, it's just a coincidence, relax, you're glazing. Trust me, I thought it was a coincidence too. But let's look deeper. Remember when Cole dissed Kendrick but then took it back? Look at the date. This says April the 7th. Follow me here. Kendrick Lamar usually drops a rollout song before each album release called The Heart. Funny enough, in his 4th edition to the series, made all the way back in 2017, he says, y'all got till April the 7th to get y'all stuff together. Fast forward to April 7th of 2024 and... yup, that man's a prophet, I gotta respect it. In hindsight though, this would be the best move for Cole because the hate that Kendrick unleashed upon Drake would be catastrophic. Fast forward past the Like That record, Drake responds with push-ups, letting Kendrick and the whole world know that he's ready to scrap and isn't scared of Kendrick the Boogeyman Lamar. Oh, but Drake didn't stop there. For some reason, Drake got access to the reanimation jutsu and summoned Snoop and Tupac on his next track, Taylormade Freestyle. Drake was pulling everything out of the book from using ghosts from beyond the grave to advance artificial intelligence. While on paper the gimmick was creative, this would eventually blow up in Drake's face and this would soon be the end of the Canadian as we once knew. But Kendrick didn't respond for a few weeks, completely silent. Ghost protocol. Not gonna lie, I was concerned because I'm thinking, ain't no way brother challenges Drake just to back out against Drake? Is this my GOAT? But to our surprise, Kendrick will respond to Drake on April 30th on a peaceful Tuesday morning. He said, I'm going to haunt you on a beautiful morning, and my God, did Kendrick deliver. Kendrick dropped some intense bars saying things like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress, that Drake is a terrible father, and that if Drake takes it any further, he is exposing him and the industry. There's also some funny lines in there too, like, what is it, the braids? Y'all know I was bumping this all day, all week. I'm still bumping it now, and it's been a month. This was easily better than the 2 songs Drake put out, and it's funny because in Utopia, Kendrick asked, am I battling Ghost or AI? Just to end up bodying both the afterlife and technology. This is my GOAT! Round 1 easily went to Kendrick, and Drake got cooked badly. Now me personally, I would have taken the L and just let it be. I've seen the surface of Crash Out Kenny and I don't need to see more. But Drake refused to back down. And this would be a mistake that would haunt Drake for years to come. Skip forward to May 3rd and we witnessed arguably the greatest day in hip hop history. I woke up and checked my phone to see that Kendrick dropped a track called 616 in LA. And this is where I knew Kendrick was the ultimate crash out. I'm listening to the song a bit confused because to me, the song sounded more like a prayer instead of a diss. But then it hit me. Kendrick knew that Drake was going to drop later that night, and on the track, this man said a prayer to God asking for forgiveness for the hatred that he was going to unleash on this individual. Saying lines like, God, my confession is yours, but who am I if I don't go to war? I discover myself when I fall short. Who else do you know says a prayer mid-rap battle? God bless this man mid-rap battle. How is he going to lose? Praying to God for forgiveness for what you're going to do to someone is devious. Later that night, Drake would indeed respond, and it was nothing less than heat. In fact, it was so good it deserves an own edit.
Nigga, I said it, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed, now deal with his dad. I gotta go bad, I gotta go bad.
This track, in terms of energy and flow, was crazy. To be honest, I was nervous for Kendrick because this was some of the best rapping Drake has ever done in his career, and I thought Kendrick was a little cooked. But this track was the equivalent of a final flash from Vegeta against Cell, or LeBron dropping 40 points against the Nuggets. This would have worked on anybody else, but not them. Same thing for Drake because celebrations would soon cut short because 20 minutes later I heard... As soon as I heard the beat and the first 2 words of Meet the Grahams, I knew this was over. Kendrick was not lying when he said he was the biggest hater because oh my goodness, does this man not like Drake at all. No wonder he said that prayer in 616 because only God himself could forgive what Kendrick was going to do to Drake. Not only did he not let Drake get away with that victory, but he responded in 20 minutes. How? There must have been a mole because Drake can't make a song called Family Matters and then Kendrick responds with a diss track about Drake's family. The reactions to this song were exactly like mine. First off, the beat was scary for no reason. I thought I was listening to a scary movie in real time. Who makes a beat like this? Whoever did must do some sort of alchemy or something. Oh, come on. Y'all didn't like the joke? Y'all ain't like that? Alright, I'll stop. Kendrick ripped apart Drake and his family line so badly that even I felt horrible for Drake. If Drake was crying over this record, I wouldn't even be mad at him because I would have cried as well. I have not seen a verbal beating like this ever. You would have thought this was 9/11 for Drake and his fans. Sir, Kendrick dropped another diss track. I repeat, he dropped another diss track. Some people were crying, some people were scared, some people were just quiet. This track was so polarizing for everyone. No joke, my girlfriend called me on the phone and overheard the track with me, and we were both speechless at Kendrick and the things he was saying. When the track was over, I had to sit in my room in silence for 20 minutes because of how lethal the track was. At some point, I even thought he was talking about me. Cause you lied about being a YouTuber, you lied about posting constantly, you lied to the kings and to the queens and your whole family, you lied about those collaborations, you lied about your dedication, you're mad lazy, I know you lied about being on the grind daily, you lied about your YouTube run, you lied about that play button, you lied to your friends telling them one day that you'd be #1, you lied about those subs that can actually offer you some help, forget being a king, just be a lifelong peasant by yourself, meet the king. Yes, those are my actual thoughts when I don't upload. Anyway, it couldn't get any worse than this, right? I mean, Kendrick has shown and demonstrated just how much he truly hates Drake. He couldn't possibly go any further.
Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
That was really bad.
Yeah, Kendrick is the greatest crash out of all time. He did everything Drake would typically do as an artist and flipped it. Drake is a popular artist, so he usually gets #1 across the charts. Kendrick's hatred alone said forget that and made a #1 hit song calling Drake a pedo. This song alone had more streams than all of Drake's disses combined. Kendrick beat this man in every metric. Better numbers, better rapping, better energy, everything. When this song dropped, he got everyone two-stepping to pedo allegations. This is disgusting work. This was so insane to the point that Kendrick announced that he was going to perform in LA, and when I looked to buy the tickets, there were 100,000 people in the queue waiting in the first 5 minutes. The concert happened and it was nothing short of successful. He brought out so many artists to the point I can't even name them all. He performed Not Like Us 5 times, stomping on Drake's grave. It was incredible. Quick side note, the camera work when he was performing this song was nasty. Wah, 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 wah. On top of all of this, he united Crips, Bloods, and several gangs to be together on one stage. How is this possible? He hates Drake so much he made gangs unified. If making a #1 hit song about Drake being Diddy and people crip walking to it and singing to it isn't pure hatred, I don't know what is. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. He might be the craziest crash out of all time. Studying the art of war down to a science, something is wrong with him. If you want to be a hater, honestly, just study what Kendrick did to Drake because my goodness. Now, will I ever hate like Kendrick Lamar did to Drake? No. I'm a J. Cole type of dude. I love peace. Y'all know me. I don't have no enemies. Anyway, I needed an excuse to talk about this beef, even though it's been a month now and I'm late, but let me know in the comment sections who you thought won the battle, and let's be honest, we all know Kendrick won. How about you kings tell me your favorite song from the beef? Personally, I love 616 in LA. I'm convinced Kendrick put crack in this song because it's on repeat wherever I go. Also, let me know your favorite crash out in the comment section. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. I am so happy to be making videos once more. It's been your boy King Theodore, and until next time, kings, have a wonderful day, keep it 100, and I'll catch you next time.